drop. Not until when you pick up your reins and goes, yes, and what would you like? That's the attitude. Then we can be done, but not before. So, and this is just his mindset. The horse is obviously both sound and capable. He just thinks that this is all a big democracy, and you're going to spend most of the day voting about who's right, and re-vote again, like we do so well here. No. Okay? This is not about him having a conversation or a dialogue. The dialogue is initiated by you, and he listens. That's all there is. And the only way that he can, talk back is if he really doesn't understand something. You have to be more clear in your writing and better at it. But this refusal to work is not a physical problem. What I do see now when you finally go somewhere though, is that his left lead is nice and round and a 3-lead, and the right lead has issues and needs to be worked with it sometimes more in the shoulder in than the other lead. That's a good way to start initiating a better canter. Both, but shoulder in down the long side is more difficult. It's harder on here. So on the circle, you start on the circle, and then you teach him shoulder in to walk, so he gets to sit behind, canter, or walk to canter. And then you start shoulder in down the long side, and it's best if you have a rear wall, so he can't move the hunches over to the left, because that's what he wants to do, And when he's around me on the circle to the left, he wants to fall on me. So you have to stretch out that left side and make sure he follows and gets longer and can bend more to the right. Because he's like this to the left and stuck. So you have to, but that also makes the canter left easier because he is more bendable that way. To this side, he needs to have more elasticity on the left and stretch more. And that's what you work on in the shoulder. At trot and canter. On both sides though. You have to work both sides. Okay, so now let's see what happens when you pick up your reins. Gradually put contact in his mouth. And when you feel a better contact, close the leg before you, that's right. And then push him through for the rest of it. Push him to the hand. Don't pull. Push him. Just set your hands and push. And he goes into the hand. If you pull backwards, he has a reason to complain, and we don't want him to have any of those. That's right, good shot. There, when he's really starting to say no, you said, don't even think it. And he was obedient. He said, oh, I'm so sorry then. And that time, you prevented it from getting worse. Because you felt it coming, and you said, no, that's not an option. That's how quick you have to be. And then eventually you get even quicker that you feel that they even think it, and you go, no. Yeah. And that's how you have to ride. If the horse is going to argue with you, you have to feel it coming and stop it before it turns into a fight. So that's where you have something to learn, in different horses. And you have to do it in a way that doesn't make it worse. Oh, now he looks pretty civilized. I'd like him at 1 notch rounder. Just 1 notch. There you go. Yeah. Don't hesitate to ask. That's right. If you don't ask for it, you'll never get it. Guaranteed. Push the envelope a little bit. So you can walk even. There you go. And he can, see? Yeah. Make him really through. And then his neck looks real pretty. And it's round, and his ears are still visible, and he's better in the contact. Still a little too busy, but hey, we made great progress here. And sitting trot, and then if he's good, we'll use the whole arena. If not, we stay on the circle. Good. And that transition can be a little bit more direct. Now, each corner you want to have a little bend in the horse. then straight. So go into and around the corner. Keep it very straight here, hands still. Good job. Yeah. That's the go. Keep the whole horse going. And into the corner, right leg, left rein, and then straight again. And ride every corner like a quarter of a circle. Have a go, Gracie. And let's not lose the impulsion when you do it. Now he looks quite civilized. Good job. Yeah. And then straightness here is important, that he doesn't wander about. And then into that corner around it. Yeah, that was maybe a little too tight of the corner. Half wall, bend, and straight. That's it. It's got to be smooth into the corner. Starting at C, we're going to do a serpentine at least 4 times across the ring, with good bend around each leg, and going back and forth to the new outside rein. So that's your job now. You push into the left rein with your right leg and bend it, and bend it, and bend it. Good. Now half hold, pushing to the right rein from your left leg, and he'd better keep going. He's lazy on this side. Bendable and lazy. That's normal. Good. And then push him to the left rein. Good job. And then one more when you push him to the right rein. And you'll feel him getting less enthusiastic each time you turn to the left, because that's his lazy side, and his more bendable side. So the corners are easier. But the energy is harder to get by. Good. And forward and straight. Good job. Here it looks quite nice in the hand. Is he rideable? Does it feel okay?
Yeah, it feels good.
Turn. Pushing to the left rein. Come on. Don't let him quit on the turns. Yeah. Trying to talk to him with the half. That's nice. Good job, girl. Yeah, that's fine. Nice trot. And he doesn't look so different left and right anymore. And now do go straight and go all the way down to A. And at A, come down center line and leg yield to the left from the right leg. And keep him in that left rein. Come on. A little more energy. Touch him behind. Don't let him run. Just get more energy. Right. His haunches are falling a little to the right. And bend him on the turn. And leg yield to the left. Contact left, right leg on. Yeah. And now a little bump with the right leg. And now, and touch him with the whip. If it doesn't go well from the good, excellent. If it doesn't go forward smoothly from the right leg, well then you have the whip there. To emphasize the aim. Come again. Turn. Oh, turn right. He's not supposed to argue about the turn. Turn right again. Go back and do that turn with more suppleness. This is what it's all about right now. Good. It's going to bend around your right leg and not just turn like a boat. Keep bending, keep bending, keep bending. Now straight, and now to the left rein. Well done. The turn has a lot to do with the success of the exercise. Touch him behind, touch him behind, touch him behind, touch him behind. You got it. That's right. Yes, he has to keep working and not think he's going to stop after every little effort. Once more this way, and then we turn him around. Good turn. Okay, so now he sort of learns it, you know. He's starting to buy into it a little bit. Not argue, but right leg, yeah, touch him again. Good girl. And sit still there. It's going fine. And then change your rein across the diagonal, a very straight diagonal, no wobbling back and forth. And look in the corner, Gracie. Right, and hand still and straight horse, don't let him drift right. Keep that right leg on him, push him to the left rein with your right leg, good girl. Yep, he has to learn a lot about straightness. And down center line. And turn right, and leg yield right. Pop that left leg into him, hold the right rein and say, you have no option, horse. Good, and forward, right, and then sit still because he looks good, and that was a smart move. Down center line. Bending. He He could bend even more, leg heel right, and the next turn down center, you better do a better turn. Come on, left leg, quick, 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 quick. Say, yeah, exactly. Now sit still. As soon as he responds, you get very pleasant. And turn down center. That's a good girl. And go over there. Very smooth. Much better turn, and therefore much better leg heel. Go, go. Right. Energize. Yes. Now he's working a little, huh? Well done. Next long side, circle in the corner at H, and then shoulder in. So set him up with a bend at H, and then left leg to right rein, and a shoulder in or shoulder forward, down the long side. Good. To the right rein and left leg. Come on, hands still. Look up. Let's go. Let's go. No, that's it. Good for you. Well done. Very nice. Super. Straighten in. Go. Next long side, same procedure, but you go to B, and at B you circle. Yep, and circles are great for this horse. Really sets him up in the back. Shoulder in, and then when you get right across from me here at B, you circle too. Right rein, left leg, a little bit more forward. There's a little two cadence there, and circle. And I don't want him to get lazy. All right, good. Steady, outside rein. Turn him on the outside rein. Good. Yeah, well done. And back to shoulder in. That's the haunches in. Yeah, back to shoulder in. Good. And then you can go, I think it's a little too hard because his circles aren't good enough yet. I want you to do shoulder in directly to haunches in, somewhere around E. And energy, what happened to impulsion? Come on. Yep. First, that's right. Engage, impulsion, and then right to haunches in. Yeah. See that? But your left rein is too long here. Before you even try it, shorten both reins so you have him there. And where is the energy in this trot? Come on. Go. Right shoulder in. Yeah, I want him to know that you're watching his. There, look at that. Steady, good girl, haunches in. There you have the energy available. Well done. Bend, yep, bend in left. And then at C, walk. Hold and walk. And on the bit. On the bit. No. Don't let him tilt his head and come off the A's. Walk. Give him a shot with both legs and walk. That's right. Yeah. And tell him, look, I never told you you can come off the bit just because you're walking. Good. And no. And that's going to be the beginning of every day. He's going to walk on the bit until nothing else works. Good. But because you don't have impulsion at the walk, you have to work a little harder on it and be a little more in his face. There you go. Because the half falls are less effective. Good. Now when you figure that out, you can come across the diagonal and have a free walk. But when you get to the corner at H, you're going to put it back on the bit without a huge fight about it. That's a good walk. Very nice. Good stretchy walk. And he's straight and he's walking with energy. And now start taking up especially the left rein. Put the right leg on, position, turn him. Now come on, get him right back on the bit without a battle. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, give him no options. Close the fingers, close the leg, go, come on. Back on the bit, let's go. Walk, march. You should not fear having to give him a break so that you have to have a big argument every time. That's got to go away. Yes. Nice. Well done. So on this side, you're going to have trouble bending him. It wasn't that hard to the left, but on this side, the same exercises are going to be a little more difficult for him, not just because he doesn't want to do it, but it's not expendable. So then get ready, take a deep breath, Gracie, and start trotting. And then we go to the show. When you get all the way to M, circle right. This is good. Good job. It looks quite civilized here. Good. At M, circle, and get as much bend as you can. Yes, and I like the snorting too. He's finally snorting out some of that resent the resistance. Turn, turn, turn on your left rein. Good job. And shoulder in. There you go. Good, good, good. That's enough angle. We're good with the angle. Tiny bit more bend. And energy. Right leg kicks. If that doesn't work, you tap the whip. You don't kick him over and over. Touch him with the whip and say, hey, I was talking to you. Where are you? Good. Good job. Well done. Shoulder in again. Contact left, right leg. Yeah, don't let it come that high. Hold that left rein and right leg. Good job. Good girl. Yeah. He's a little off behind him, not because he's lame, but because he's really weak on this side and the bending is more difficult. Shoulder in again and target that right hind leg, which is not really used to carrying him. Good. Yeah, he has to make an effort. There you go. Yeah. He has to really make an effort and not cheat behind. Yeah, but this is harder for him, we have to admit. And then shoulder into hunches in. You're doing well, Gracie. You're really hanging in there. Little half hold left, a little more right leg right there. One notch deeper. A little more over the back. Good. And bend, bend. And bend, bend. And sit to the right with your right shoulder back. Okay, that's really hard to keep him bent there. So it was more like a backwards leg yield. So shoulder in again. Good. Forward. And then circle. And hold that left rein because now he's tilting in the pole. And that's just to get away from the throughness. You can make a circle here and get back to it. Good. And that time he didn't stop to make manure. He kept trotting. Circle, shoulder in. And that's just part of it. Left rein, right leg. Come on. Let's go. Good job, girl. Yeah. Little steadier in the contact. He's starting to swing his neck back and forth. Just try to get rid of that. And then he can have another little break because now he's actually having to work, right? Because this is not easy work. And punches. Good, good. Yeah, make a circle. And when you get back down there, get the bend in the circle and do a hunches in. Yes, we know all about it. It's terrible to have to work this hard. Position right. Yep, come on, come on, come on. And the right rein is too long. Can you feel it? If the right rein has to go to the left of the neck, it's too long. And he's going to bend the wrong way. He has to be looking to the right. So shorten the rein so you can make that happen. That's right. Now switch to a hunches in. And don't let go of that right rein either. Yeah. Outside rein, half holds, right rein directs him. A little more bend there. A little more. Good. Yeah, you have to fight him for that. Good job. Okay, and then walk. Because here he really has a problem with the requirements and it's hard for him. So he's not just fighting what you ask for. It's a little bit, he's fighting his own body. You know? But that's gymnastics, that's all we do here in research. Round. He can walk around. He doesn't have to mess around. Yes, good. He can walk around. Just ask for it. Very simple. Close your fingers. Whenever he starts messing with his mouth and neck, you kick him and remind him. And otherwise, you sit perfectly still and you don't get in his way. And he will, if you're consistent with this, Gracie, he will figure this out. It will take him 3 days. And he'll go, don't mess with her. She wants me to walk around, that's a lot easier actually. But he has to come to that decision. He has to decide now that it's a lot easier if he goes around and walks and you're not as hard on him or is much in his face. And then, okay, you know. And then after he does it willingly for a month or so, he will never argue about it again because it's done. But you need to be super consistent and not let him start taking you for a ride. That's not going to happen again. He's going to be ridden, and you're the rider. Good. And then just wait till he softens his neck just a little bit more. There's always, you know, I never saw a horse that was too supple, you know, or too engaged. So be sure that you always keep seeing, you ask for the optimum available in that horse. Yeah. And then he will eventually stop arguing with the mouse too, and he's just going to actually take a little rest when he walks on a bit, which is fine, you know, that's good. But that is fine, his walk is fine. Next thing is canter from the walk. So you're just going to walk him up to the left rein, and then put yourself in a good spot where your right hip is slightly forward and your left leg is slightly back, and your seat is firm in the saddle, and canter up and down. And there he was very accommodating, wasn't he? Yeah, he was like, yes, whatever. And that canter is already a little bit better now because you're just staying simply on the circle. But feel that canter, feel how it's different from the left knee, because it is. Yes, keep that right leg on and left rein, right, and cast steady. Don't pull backwards, sit still with your hands. Keep your right leg on, touch him again, good. And then ask him to trot, half halt, and push to the trot. There you gave too much with your head. You have to hold him with your core a little bit better. Back to the canter. Doesn't matter. Just good transitions from the trot or the canter. Good job, good girl. Yeah, this is pleasant as could be right now. And then we're working on that down transition. When he pulled you out of the tack, that is not allowed. You give him a half halt, you sit, and exactly, you keep him trotting forward out of the canter and not stop and try to pull you over his head. Good job. Yeah, good job, right? And the more once you have him round and listening, work on transitions. It's much more, don't just ride around and wear out his legs and your energy. Take transitions, change the formula, ask for something else, keep him mentally and physically busy. Good. And then change your rein, but keep him round. Unless you intend to give him a free work, he's not allowed to do that. Oh, and you better be quicker. There you sort of sat and waited for him to start arguing about the contact. No. As soon as he walks, you tell him right then, you're going to stay around and walk and I will be out of your face. But start messing with me and I can get really evil. Good. It was a little funny behind, but he was very prompt. And he didn't argue at all. He said, oh, canter, I'll canter, one way or the other. Good. And then you have to know when the reins are getting a tiny bit too long, so you shorten them, and then you just go forward with your hands a little. Good job. Left hip stays forward. And then ask for the canter again, because I don't think you asked for that. However, it was a good transition, very smooth and stayed in balance. You did, perfect. And I'm happy as could be. Good, now go straight. And then you're going to come down center line and leg yield to the right. And this is not easy, okay? This is a hard exercise, so stay alert. Turn down center line there, look up. That's right, you keep after it. Circle, that turn better be improved. Good. And rein short enough, and seat into him, and turn. Yeah, and now leg yield to the right. Little touches with the whip will help him actually. Not bad, that's not easy for him. Good. Next long side, lengthen the canter a little bit, half wall, push him together. And then a little longer, not faster, a little longer canter. Right, go, go. And bring it back, right rein, left leg. Oh, come on, we didn't want to lose him there. Stay steady in the saddle and canter again. Good girl, well done. And try that again, and at the end, do a shoulder four. At the end of the diagonal, shoulder four to bring it back. Get to that inside hind leg. Now shoulder four, right rein, left leg, yeah, come on, good. There it came back nicely, well done. Change your rein, and trot over X, half vaults, and forward, half vault again, and canter, well done. Good, and there is quite straight. Now improve the quality, always a little bit to the right. Well done. When you get to A, down center line and leg yield to the left rein. And that is going to hopefully make him even more engaged behind. And the whip is on a good place here, so if he can't do it, you'd help him with the whip. Think of it as an aid now, you know? Left rein, right leg. Come on, touch, 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 touch. That's right. Good. That's just reminding him. A little touch saying, now the canter is good. And come again. Turn, turn, turn. Circle. Then come down, let's see. Good. And bend, and bend, and bend, and bend, and turn, and then get ready to put your right leg on him and go that way. Left rein, and you move your shoulder to the right. Come on. Canter, canter. Yeah, you get him over it. Right, yeah. Right away. Canter. He's not cantering. You got it. Turn. Left rein, look up, prepare, let's go. Outside rein, inside leg, get over there, come on, inside leg. Yes, right, pick on him a little, right, say no, the canter can be much better. And it was for a moment. But this is the difficult exercise. Walk for a moment, get reorganized, canter again. From the walk this time. Go. Good. Yeah. And canter again. Good. That's the girl. Side leg on, left rein. Keep turning. Keep turning. Keep turning. Good job. Down center line, Gracie. Side leg on. Go, 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 go. Get over there. Keep the canter. Keep the canter. Yep. Every stride you have to tell you better be cantering, boy. Good job, much better. And that will improve his canter, that movement. Now okay. So now he's tired and he's not really resisting. He says, oh, you have to be kidding. You know, on the circle and make him canter once more, and we let him trot. Not before he's not taking over the transition time. You're gonna ask for it. And a little more uphill in the canter, come on. Yeah. Good, right, go again. Yeah, that's right. Let's make one final effort here. Good job. Now ask him to trot. That's different. Close your fingers and right, and good job. Okay, and stretch him. You did a good job today, didn't you? Yeah, so, and change your diagonal. But you see, he's for a long while going to be difficult to convince. You just have to know where to go with it. And what to ask for, and when it's enough and you're happy, you have to give him credit, or he's going to get sour and he's not going to like it at all. But he cannot start arguing about being on the bit. That is very basic. And at 7 years old, hello, you know, that's not. However, with this working on the right lead canter, that's difficult for him, that's different. That you have to help him with. Good. But there he is, and now he wants to stretch his neck out and look for your hands, and that's just perfect. That's where we wanted to go with this. Yeah, very good boy. Yep, and now the trot looks easy and light and pleasant.
Yeah, I felt his back had went up a lot more.
Of course, but you have to think of the hind legs all the time. You can't think just, kick and get forward any which way, because when he's upside down with his nose up here, the forward doesn't count. It's not really productive. First, he has to work from back to front. Then we can do something. But that was like a whole different, a whole different combination. And you got it done without any extra, radical moves. I brought in earlier in case we were going to talk to him today. I said, okay, if he's going to continue with that, we're going to fix it. But you fixed it yourself. Good job. Do you have any questions? No? It's all clear? Good. Really happy with the way that you worked through it.
Yeah, I was really happy with how it
Really nice. It was fun to ride.
Yeah, it was a lot better.
And if it isn't fun, in the end, you don't want to do it.
Yeah.
You want to get on your horse looking forward to it, and not, oh, here comes another argument, It's not what it's about at all. But that was mega better, so now we should have some sugar. Oh, here. Okay, I have some. Come here, Buster. Yes, I can be a really good horse. Make me. Yeah. Good one. He's sweating on the eyebrow. Oh, we working too hard. Horses have to sweat. I know that. Good job. You're welcome. Hi, welcome back. So, what do you want to work on?
Well, I think you can do right side, right side, maybe this is something on the left too. And then the leaves together or no? And then exercise on the circle.
I think we can, if we do well with the pirouette. Yeah, we'll see how far we get with each project. And, yeah, and then I think we have on massage, are a very nice way to work with, because he likes it. He's pretty proud of that. And then why not let him do it? And then that teaches you, and that's what he's here for.
Because I had three
So it's just, and there's nothing wrong with doing that, because, it's actually nothing but an exercise. It is not the big parade number in the test, like we like to think of it, because it's sometimes so difficult for the horses. It's used to get a horse strong behind and engaged, and that's what it was used for in warfare. That's what it was used for, or still used for in the Spanish riding school. It's an exercise. So it's an exercise that when the horse knows it and isn't afraid and tense, it's much easier on their legs and their bodies than going around and around and around and wearing them out. So you can save your horse a lot of grief in lateness and mileage, which you need to save him for the tests. You need to not just run around on his legs. And Piaffe instead. Yep. So it's just because.
Because it was such a collective movement that it was very hard.
No, it isn't very. When they know it and they understand it, it's just an exercise. And it's a great exercise because it targets the hind leg and makes that stronger, more like a piston. And it eases the front leg. So if they lower their hind legs, the front leg gets lighter. And all they do is just pat the ground with their front, and the front legs, they sound alarm. So think of it, since he knows it, think of it as an exercise. You can do more of it at home, and so can he. But did you trot at all? No. You trotted outside.